If you ever find yourself stuck in the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see, I'll be the light to guide you. Find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. Oh, find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do.
in a way that they are not here today. It is your mercies that have carried us all this way. We are so grateful. Thank you, Lord, for the provision that you have made, the wisdom, the strength to go through to today. We commit the ceremony into your care. We ask for your presence to be with us. We ask that those who are on the way, keep them and bring them safely.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Chairman, members of the Governing Council of BlueCrest College, the rector of BlueCrest College, Mr. Very, Professor James Ephraim, the guest speaker for the day, Dr. A. Durif is present, deans, heads of department, faculty members, staff and students body, the graduating class, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are gathered here for the purpose of awarding degrees. And on behalf of the Governing Council of BlueCrest, I welcome all of you here gathered and seated to the 8th graduation ceremony of BlueCrest College. David Wallace said, and I quote, "Learning how to think really means learning how to exercise some control over how and what you think. It means being conscious and aware enough to choose what you pay attention to and choose how you construct meaning from experience. Because if you cannot exercise this kind of choice in adult life, you will be totally lost." On behalf of the Governing Council, I wish to take this opportunity to express my most sincere congratulations to the graduating class of 2015. It is the fruits of years of hard work that have culminated in this day, marking a significant achievement and making all of us very proud of your accomplishments. I thank the parents and guardians for supporting the young people graduating today. Parents and guardians, your work has not been in vain, as you can see. You have made the right decision to invest in the world's education, which is key to Africa's success. Ladies and gentlemen, being the leading technology college in Ghana, BlueCrest clearly reflects the commitment and dedication that students, staff, and management make towards upholding the university's mission. BlueCrest College is the leading education provider in technology in Ghana. It adds a feather in its cap by launching an international conference to promote technology. Needless to say, you are part of a college which supports and promotes technology. I would like to offer my warmest congratulations to the graduates of today on the completion of their examinations. On behalf of the Governing Council, I am confident that the knowledge and skills that you have gained will enhance your competencies and enable you to provide value-added services to your employees, thus furthering the standards and developments of the information technology sector. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me emphasize that your graduation today is a step towards moving you to your personal goal. So, stand tall in integrity, stay impeccable in character, Be alert in professional service. Stay abreast with global trends and uphold high ethical and professional standards. I, therefore, urge you to strive at all times to make your profession and the information technology industry proud. You must also make yourselves and your families proud. Acquisition of the required knowledge and skills need to be followed with diligent application at the workplace. You have to prove your mantle and let your performance stand. Let your performance stand you apart from other professionals from other universities. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to remember, and I invite you to remember the Africa 2063 agenda, which is a global strategy to optimize use of Africa's resources for the benefit of all Africans. Let us work towards a prosperous Africa based on inclusive growth and sustainable development. An integrated continent, politically united and based on the ideals of Pan-Africanism and the vision of Africa's Renaissance. An Africa of good governance, democracy, respect for human rights, justice, and rule of law. A peaceful and secure Africa. An Africa with a strong cultural identity, common heritage, values, and ethics. An Africa where development is people-driven, unleashing the potential of each woman and youth. And an Africa which is strong, united, and influential, and a global player and a partner. Everything in this life is a result of the choice you have made. Your future is going to be determined by the choice you have made today. If you want to be different, make sure you make a different choice. Do not compromise on your values or your dreams. Sometimes the people around you won't understand your journey. They don't need to, in fact, because it is not their dream, it is only your dream. Sometimes you might not make the right choice, but you have to learn from the mistakes and make sure you don't give up. Remember that you are the only one responsible for your choices, nobody else. Remain relevant by belonging to and rendering services to the community you hail from and or you live in. More importantly, you should understand. God bless you. And now, on behalf of the Governing Council, I declare the 8th Congregation of BlueCrest College for the purpose of awarding degrees properly constituted. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, just before
Chairman, Vice Chancellor of University of Education, Winneba, members of Council of BlueCrest College, Rector of BlueCrest College, Registrar of BlueCrest, lecturers, administrative staff, registrars of sister universities, institutions, graduating students, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, parents and friends of graduates, members of the press. I took the trouble to look at how many addresses you listened to. 6 of them. But I'm sure you haven't come here to listen to my addresses. Graduate students want to get their degrees conferred on them and then they go and celebrate. So I'm going to make mine very short. I have a long speech, but I'll make it short so that you have a chance to listen to the others. But the exciting thing is that what I had planned to say to you through some mere coincidence was happened to be the exact thing that the chairman of the governing council, Professor James Folu, said to you. I was asking the question, as graduating students of BlueCrest with the first degree in ICT, what are you supposed to do? Shortly, you'll be given your degrees to be conferred onto you by the representative of the Vice Chancellor of the University of Education. You will jump through your hearts out, do all kinds of things, take pictures, then what? Maybe you celebrate for 1 week, and the honeymoon will be over, and you find yourself in Ghana. You will discover that the wind that is blowing, everyone will affect you. The temperature of the earth has gone up 2 degrees up, and you can feel the heat. So what will you do as students or graduates of ICT from BlueCrest? What should you do? Those of you who have not done national service, you'll be compelled to do national service by law, statutorily. But then I ask the question, should a student who has paid high fees to go to a private university do national service?
I have some statistics to share with you, which may not be too motivating, but there is a silver line which is there, which shows that if you are really consistent and you want to achieve the success, then it's for you. Mr. Chairman, most of the students who are graduating today must be having one common question in their mind. Are there enough jobs in the region for them to make use of their degree? Because when I also graduated, I also thought the same thing, that am I doing the correct degree or not? Am I going to be employed or not? One of the topmost headlines in most of the news media nowadays is about unemployment. Everyone would love to talk about unemployment. This topic of unemployment has also taken a key space in most of the matriculation and graduation speeches across the country in public and private universities. There was a new report released by World Bank on unemployment in Ghana, and it has revealed that about 48% of Ghanaians between the ages of 15 to 24 don't have jobs. This was the heading in one of the media houses. But the facts inside it was slightly different. The report, which was titled "The Landscape of Jobs in Ghana," touched on the ways of finding opportunities for youth inclusion in Ghana's labor market. In Ghana, youth are less likely than adults to be working. In the year 2012, about 52% of people aged 15 to 24 were employed, compared to about 90% for the 25 to 64 scale population. A third were in school, 14% were inactive, and 4% were unemployed actively looking for jobs. Young women in the same age group are particularly disadvantaged and have much higher inactivity rates than men. 17% of young females are inactive as opposed to 11% of males, the report said. But the lead researcher and senior economist with the World Bank, Sarah Johnson, said the youth in the country could only be employed to get or create jobs if their educational foundation is solid. Mr. Chairman, Ghana has been able to increase access to education. Now the issue is how to go to the next level and ensure that there is quality in education. Because of the skills you have at the end of the secondary education is not maybe such a big problem if you don't have the labor market relevant skills. that you need to be able to acquire M. For that, you need to have basic skills. So the question is, do you have those basic skills in the schools itself? And I think this is the issue that Ghana needs to be looking at now. For that, you need to have basic skills. So the question is, have you learned that in the school? And I think this is the issue that Ghana needs to be looking. And so we have to ensure that the skills acquired at the secondary school itself are relevant to the current job market also. Higher education yields significant benefit for both African young people and society as a whole. Better employment opportunities and job prospects improve quality of life and greater economic growth. As the world becomes more technological, the school curriculums in Africa need to evolve to provide the right education and training for the jobs in today's workforce. A severe mismatch still exists between the skills of young African workers and the skill that employers need for today's global workforce. Mr. Chairman, it is this skill gap persisting in the country which needs to be addressed. And I must say that BlueCrest College is committed to graduate workforce who can take up those available jobs. This has been made possible with the sheer dedication of our academic staff and a fine blend of professional and academic curriculum. Yes, we do face resistance sometimes from different sectors on the blend of our curriculum, but at BlueCrest College we believe that someone must stand up and take the lead to solve this problem of unemployment. I would like to take this opportunity to bring some of the key points from a report published by Africa America Institute on the state of education in Africa for 2015. And thankfully it was shared to me by our registrar, Mr. Subir Jayaprakash. Today, only 6% of young people in sub-Saharan Africa are enrolled in higher education institutions, compared to the global average of 26%. The promising news is that universities in many African countries are experiencing a surge in their enrollment. Between year 2000 and 2010, higher education enrollment more than doubled, increasing from 2.5 million to 5.2 million across the continent. In 2008, about 223,000 students from sub-Saharan Africa were enrolled in tertiary education outside their home countries, representing 7.5% of the total global number of students who study outside their home country. As per UNESCO and World Bank, 1 year increase in the average tertiary education level would raise annual GDP growth in Africa by 0.39 percentage points and eventually yield up to a 12% increase in GDP. So we can understand the importance of tertiary education, we can understand the importance why students passing out from the second cycle school should go to the university level to continue their education, because it is important for the development of the continent itself. Our statistics on mass students' movement to foreign countries for higher education validate my point that Ghana needs to be developed as a recipient of this mass movement. We are not talking about brain drain out from Ghana. We are talking about an inflow of the brains inside Ghana. We need a study in Ghana policy by the government to promote Ghana as one of the favored destinations for higher education in Africa. Made in Ghana degrees, which I want
I was in a tunnel and couldn't see the light. And Whenever I'd look up, I couldn't see the sky. Sometimes when I'm standing, it seems like I done walked for miles, and my heart could be crying dead in the middle of a smile. But then I climbed the hills and saw the mountains. I hollered help 'cause I was lost. Then I felt the strong wind, heard a small voice saying the storm is over.
Storm is over now.
And I can see the sunshine
somewhere beyond the clouds.
I feel heaven, yeah.
Heaven is over me.